Let's talk about the train robbery. This is one of my favorite sequences of any film. I think what's striking about it is even before the train gets there, you have these incredible close-ups of like Jesse's boot on the track and like the rocks falling, and then he puts his head on the rails. It's just so beautifully composed and put together, and then the light through the trees and how it, it's sort of changing the shadows going across. So I'm curious if we just walk through some of those images and how you got them, because in looking at them, I don't know. Like, how did the lights in the trees work? And then I think also, shooting through the sparks of the train.
Yeah, and if you watch it closely, it's the same shot twice just to get a longest bit of take in the film, because we didn't get a very long take, so he's just doubled it up, and you never notice really, but I noticed, but you don't. No, that was all storyboarded. We knew we had to storyboard that. Apart from some of the stuff with Sam in the train where we were following with a Steadicam, but we knew we were following him with a Steadicam, and then we just created some sort of shots at the time. But most of that build-up and everything was storyboarded. And like what James saying, there was a whole conversation. Okay, how dark do you want it, Andrew? Is it okay if he's just like this face lit by this oil lamp and the blackness, and then you push in and there's nothing, and gradually the light of the train comes along, Yeah, so it's all sort of worked out. Andrew was really frustrated because that train is tiny. And
Very
he wanted
dinky.
a really huge, heavy-looking train. So, I mean, the whole shoot, he kept bringing up how we had to shoot a toy train. And I get it. So the big thing was we can't light the train, but let's put a light on the train, which makes sense. It has a light, but it's much more exaggerated than the light that really was there. So we took the light that was really there off and put up a 5K par, a tungsten par, which had actually just come on the market, I think, very recently, really quite recently. And it's all on a remote dimmer, so as the train gets closer to the camera, the lights dim down, otherwise it would be blasting the lens too much, and all that. And then, you just kind of build on things. But we were really lucky that on the night of the shoot, the wind was awful, and I was thinking, I'm going to have to put some light on the trees, otherwise we don't know where we are, and that light on the train's not going to be able to be very bright because it will hit the lens too hard. And then gradually the wind went down, and I was putting some atmosphere in, or the effects guy was putting some atmosphere in, and it just the wind just died completely, so there was enough atmosphere that you could shoot into the light without it flaring the lens. And so a lot of luck, really. But to do when the gang are in the forest, we didn't use the train to bring the light in. We had a platform, that was one of those. Well, no, actually, it was a motor-driven platform. So we put a light on that, and so it panned, because in reality you couldn't. The train light wouldn't have lit that far into the trees, So it's all a lot of cheats,
It's a great cheat.